Hello YouTube, my name's Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in DNA bombs. That was the crate clash we're going to be using throughout the entirety of this gameplay. Did you see it? Because it's kind of small. I can't help but laugh at this gameplay, man. It's freaking awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, what we have for you today is actually a split screen DNA bomb here on the map Riot, which I think is just awesome. One of the coolest things I've seen submitted for DNA Saturday so far. It's a split screen, for crying out loud. It just takes me back so much. It takes me back to, you know, playing Medal of Honor with, like, my brother, or playing, like, old PlayStation racing games and stuff like that. Like, it's been forever since I've had to use split screen for anything, and just seeing it now, it's like... Something about it is just funny to me. But the gameplay itself was actually submitted by a guy that goes by the name of Black Dragon 044, and of course you can find his YouTube channel at the first link in the video description, as we'll also be talking about his channel here towards the end of the video. But let's talk about this gameplay, because actually a very short, very fast overall DNA bomb. So what's happening here is he's split screening, but he's not actually split screening with anybody. He's split screening by himself. So as you see, he basically just took his other controller there and walked his character over there to a corner and just is having him stand there, and he's actually playing on the bottom. And just looking at the difference in the user interface, I gotta say, this would throw me off so much. Part of me's thinking that, you know, split screen actually looks kind of nice, because look, the minimap is so close. It's right there next to a kill feed. All your information is, you know, really close, and you can easily read and see what's going on with everything, but you've lost so much of your peripheral vision, I feel. They try to squish it. You can definitely tell it looks a little bit more squished, like the field of view definitely seems like it has been changed, but they try to squish everything together, and still, it just feels like the most off-putting play style in the world to be able to play around with a screen this small. It just, maybe it's something that after a while you can kind of get used to it. You can actually enjoy playing like this, because once again, all your information is really close, and you know, you got the kill feed right there, the mini map right there, the objectives right there, you got the kill streak stuff over there. Just everything is very small and condensed, but at the same time, it is very off-putting. I'm sure for a lot of you guys out there watching this video, it's actually really kind of difficult to watch the gameplay. I've had to watch this gameplay maybe 3 or 4 times before I'm just kind of used to it, and it's not really like hurting my eyes, or it's not like bothering me. I'm not focusing on the guy with the pistol up there at the top or anything like that, like I was the first couple times I was watching this gameplay, because I definitely had some difficulty focusing on it. But still, it's a really cool, unique overall DNA bomb, and hopefully you guys all enjoy it, because it's very fast and split screen. It's one of the most unique things we've actually seen here on DNA Saturday, and we've seen some crazy unique stuff here on DNA Saturday. We've seen a DNA bomb where there's 2 players handing the controller over to each other in between kills. We've seen double DNA bombs. We've seen lots of cool, crazy, interesting things using different kinds of setups, really unique ones where they would, like, you know, swap weapons or change their sensitivity on every single DNA bomb kill. It's lots of really cool stuff we've seen so far this series. I'm definitely happy with the series so far, because you guys are just getting crazy with this kind of gameplay that you're able to submit. It's pretty nuts. And also, if you're wondering about the language, it appears to be in German. It appears to be a German player that submitted this particular gameplay, so that's pretty awesome. I gotta say, I like it, because there's apparently full-on German voice acting in this game as well. I had always assumed, I never knew, of course, because I've always bought an English version, but I always assumed that they would just, like, kind of subtitle, or perhaps they would just basically change over the text in the game to a different language, and then all of the actual voice acting would either be in English or it would just be muted. But apparently it's not the case. Like, all the voice acting in this match has actually been in German, which is pretty interesting. Like, you hear the player callouts, it's actually in German. It's like, wow, this is actually pretty well put together. But let's go ahead and start talking about this Korea class. What's going on with this particular gameplay? This is awesome, right? HBRa3 Insanity, best HBRa3 in the game. I will say that. You guys cannot argue that with me, all right? Because I've had people argue with me, like, this particular variant's better for whatever reason. No, I don't think anybody can actually argue that the HBRa3 Insanity is not, like, the best variant of the HBR. It is so ridiculously good. So if you guys know what this does, it's going to give you +1 to damage and +2 to fire rate, which, well, the only thing holding back the HBR is its fire rate, man. It's a ridiculously powerful assault rifle, but the problem with it is it's got a pretty slow fire rate, therefore you can lose those close quarter battles. Well, the HBRa3 Insanity doesn't have that problem. You can still hit people very easily close range because you have that increased fire rate. The only downside to it is you're going to be losing 1 in your handling, and you're going to be able to lose the ability to have any kind of optical attachment. So no red dot sights, no ACOGs, no EOTechs, or anything like that. You're basically forced to use only under barrel attachments and basically things that aren't optical, like quick draw grip. We actually have that on in this gameplay. We have the adjustable stock in this gameplay, as well as we have a foregrip. So basically, you know, you got stock and you've got quick draw and you've got a foregrip on here. What more attachments could you want? Red dot sight would be nice. I'll admit it. I like red dot on my HBRa3s personally, but man, that is very good to be able to get that +1 damage, that +2 to fire rate. It's really, really nice. In terms of perks, we got low profile, we got blind eye, we got scavenger, and we got blast suppressor. Pretty basic perks overall, right? Nothing really crazy about it, nothing really different. We actually pick up the DNA bomb right there. It's just a very good gun and a very good gameplay. Lots of gun skill, lots of map awareness, and being able to do so on a very small size of a screen. It's really weird and really off-putting, because I was trying to picture like how you could possibly emulate this without actually, actually going into the split screen. There's really no way. There's no TVs that are shaped like his screen, where it's like a pure rectangle like that, where it's ridiculously wide but not a lot of height. It's just a really weird angle. It looks very, very weird. The field of view, of course, has changed. All your information is really close and everything's kind of smushed together. It's really unique. It's really cool looking, and that's why I wanted to feature it for this week's episodes of DNA Saturday, just because of how unique it was. We're going to go ahead and fast forward here towards the end of the gameplay to where we actually call in the DNA bomb, because that's what we do here on DNA Saturday. We like to, of course, go ahead and show the DNA bomb itself actually going off, see the final score, see the things that are going on, which is something that everyone likes to see, so I definitely like to show it here in the video. DNA bomb's going to go off right there, and then we're going to coast to the end of the gameplay, and we're going to see the scoreboard. And I will fully admit, I will admit this to all of you out there, I had to actually go ahead and like Google what a lot of these words meant to try and figure out how to read the scoreboard, because the scoreboard is in German, and it's like a whole different font for whatever reason. It's really weird. They changed around like nearly everything with it. So I was like, okay, so that obviously looks like kills, but is that deaths or is that assists? I don't know. So I'm like Googling these words, like doing like the Google Translator, like, does that mean death? How do you spell death in German? I was finding out all this stuff. But the final score there, let's go ahead and zoom in so you guys can actually see it, because of course we're in split screen. But the final score there is 68 kills and 2 deaths, along with 5 captures and 0 defense. So pretty well put together, man. He also had a teammate that helped him just completely dominate everything, going 87 and 10 right there above him with 3 captures and 17 defense. How do you even get 17 defense on this map? Maybe getting on top of a roof and defending C, but how do you get 87 kills while defending a rooftop? I have no idea how that player was able to do that, but then again, I have no idea how the other player, Black Dragon 044, was able to get 68 kills and a DNA bomb while playing on split screen. And well, of course, we had his split screen buddy down there, Infinity Flash, who went 0 and 5. He even has AFK there in the clan tag, which is pretty funny. But still, regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys will enjoy this episode of DNA Saturday. Simply one of the most unique I've seen so far here on YouTube, and I definitely am grateful for being able to put this up in the series, because DNA Saturday has been such a fun series. It's been going on for seemingly ever now, ever since Advanced Warfare came out, and there's been so many great gameplays, and I'm just happy that every single week people keep submitting more gameplays, and just DNA Saturday continues to just put out really awesome stuff for you guys to watch. So I hope you guys will enjoy this episode of DNA Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. If you guys would like to submit your DNA bomb for next week's episode of DNA Saturday, simply watch the video. It's on your screen right now. There's an annotation on the screen that you can click, as was a link at the very bottom of the video description to take you over to that video, and that video once again will teach you everything you would ever want to know about submitting your stuff for DNA Saturday. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out Mr. Black Dragon, you can do so by finding him at youtube.com/blackdragon044 over there on his YouTube channel. He's been uploading YouTube content for just about a year now, but he's only been doing it super consistently over the past month or so. He is a self-described great Battlefield and Call of Duty player who uploads primarily Advanced Warfare with some Battlefield and some Grand Theft Auto 5 videos as well. The gameplay you'll find is primarily DNA bombs and high kill streak gameplay, along with search and destroy, search and rescue, that kind of thing. He's got some random gameplay on there, but for the most part, he's the kind of channel that's going to post up, DNA bombs with different guns, as well as just ridiculously good gameplay. He also has a montage on his channel. He's got some Minecraft stuff where he goes and kills the Ender Dragon. He's got lots of stuff over there for you guys to go ahead and check out, so go ahead and give him a look. Once again, over at youtube.com/blackdragon044. If anything, it's worth checking out just to say, you know what, Mr. Black Dragon, thank you for submitting that split screen DNA bomb, because that was the first time. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I have been doing videos like this for a very long time. Going back to Modern Warfare 3, I was doing a series called Moab Monday, another series called Moab Friday, which were the same format, the same formula here as DNA Saturday. Of course, in Call of Duty Ghosts, we had Chem Strike Saturday. Here in Advanced Warfare, we had DNA Saturday. We've had literally hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of gameplays submitted to my YouTube channel here, and not once have we had a split screen gameplay feature before. This is the first one. It's Mr. Black Dragon. Thank you to you. That's a pretty freaking awesome accomplishment right there. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of DNA Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.